Good morning, HHS. It's your host, John Lee.
And I'm Maria Mirkhan, and welcome back to this week's episode of Raider Nation News.
Way up we go. Been up and down that road. Way up, oh no. We gon' burn the whole house down. We gon' burn the whole house down.
The JV dance team had a great season this year. Here's a closer look.
The first meet that happened, everybody was on edge because we obviously still wanted to get first, but we didn't have such high expectations just because it was our first one. Once we got the results after awards and everything, we found out we got first, but then what made it even more surprising was that apparently the score that we got, the very first competition, it was higher than the score they had gotten at the end of last season.
It's been going really well. We just finished up our last competition last Saturday, so we are now undefeated and 5-time Fox Valley Conference champion.
I just finished my first year on the dance team and it went really well. We're actually undefeated.
I definitely plan to continue. It's fun, it's stressful. The dance team becomes a family. Even though by the time I'm a senior and the other freshmen are, everybody that we would originally have known from this year would be gone. We make more friends with the freshmen, sophomores, juniors. Dance will always be a part of it.
I think dance is all in our future because it's a sport that we love and we've been dancing for 10 plus years, most of us. So I think that we should all just continue dancing and dance our whole lives.
My favorite part about competing is waking up really early and getting on the bus at 6 in the morning and spending time with each other and sort of just being goofy in the morning together.
You get to meet a lot of lovely people and nice friends and you make friends. It's a good dancing community.
My favorite part about competing is getting to perform. I get this adrenaline rush and getting to go out there and perform for everyone, and then all the compliments we receive after we perform. It just feels so good.
Look out for social media posts and updates on our upcoming tryouts in May.
We can't wait to see more of this team next year.
Hey Raiders, I'm Sammy Martell with this week's Medical Minute. Valentine's Day is quickly approaching, and nothing says romance like mononucleosis, or commonly known as the kissing disease. Here are some tips and tricks on how to avoid this contagious infection. Be sure to look out for these signs and symptoms: fatigue, fever, rash, swollen glands, pain when swallowing, sore throat, headache, and nausea. This disease is transmitted via saliva, so be sure not to share your drinks with anyone. If you become infected or already are infected, you can prevent the spreading of this virus by not kissing others, not sharing food, dishes, glasses, or utensils until several days after the fever has subsided. For more information on the kissing disease, visit mayoclinic.org and search mononucleosis in the search bar. Stay safe out there this Valentine's season, Raiders, and thank you for joining us on this week's Medical Minute.
It's time for the Mr. HHS competition once again. Here's this year's contestants.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Hi, my name is Shreyas, aka the Mac Daddy, and I want you to vote for me for Mr. HHS. The school would be a really good place if I was Mr. HHS. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't notice you there. It'd be pretty cash money if you were to vote for me at Mr. HHS 2019, Braden Clements.
Nick Chung Hu, Romero 2019 for Mr. HHS.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This old world confusing me. Clouds as lean as you ever see. Ain't a bird knows your tune.
I've been walking through the jungle for days, looking for the man I'd vote for.
Oh look, I found him.
Have you ever found yourself feeling sad? Need a little music in your life? Not knowing who to vote for Mr. HHS? Wishing there was a version of Nick Chung who was slightly shorter but more talented than the original? Well, have I got the candidate for you. Vote Sam Moore for Mr. HHS. Side effects may include spontaneous laughter, tears, or other bursts of emotion. Ask your doctor, therapist, counselor, principal, pets, or parents if Sam Moore is right for you.
Sorry, we had our AirPods in. We didn't see you there. Anyways, vote for me, Mr. HHS. No, vote for me, Mr. HHS, because obviously I'm the better twin and...
Well, actually, I'm the better twin, so vote for me for Mr. HHS.
Anyways, come to Mr. HHS February 12th and vote for who you want to be Mr. HHS.
Make sure you go to Mr. HHS. Thank you for tuning in for this week's episode of Raider Nation News.
And I hope you have a fanciful Friday.